Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Been a while since I've been on here, but I've been a little busy with Windows. It's starting to be the busy time. I'm gonna try to do more if I can. I don't know if you guys can see these marks. Our dog, Ruth, Babe Ruth, Ruth for short, decided to jump on this today, but nevertheless, we'll continue to use it. So, what is this about today? We're going to take a look at every team's season so far quickly and how I think they should feel about their season, or how the fans or the media feel about each team's seasons. And I'm going to use some emojis here. I just received these today. This is Sunday. Now, what is the date? April 27th. They came from Amazon today, so I'm going to use them. I don't really know what the heck they're all about sometimes. I've got 54 of them, but I've chosen 6 that I'll use. This is for teams that the fans feel that they're doing great. Stars, there's the stars in their eyes, if you can see that. Next is the shades. They're comfortable with where their team is. Cool, calm. This is, well, okay, let's see how things go. We're okay right now, but who knows what will happen. This, people are disappointed or sad. The next one is what's going on here. And the last one is more of this. We're going to do this again this year. So let's start. I'll just grab the logos I don't know which one's first, but will grab it. The first one is the Mets. The Mets. Well, the Mets are actually quite easy. They are, I believe, they have the best record in baseball right now at 19-9. So and they were expected to do well, but I'm sure the Mets fans feel that they belong right up here at the top, where everybody thought they would be, and they're happy and the stars in their eyes, and they're feeling good about their season so far. So that's the Mets. That was an easy one to do to start with. The next one. Who was next? The Arizona Diamondbacks. Now the Diamondbacks still sitting in 4th place in their division in the West, but they're over 500. They've been playing pretty decent lately. Well, not lately. They're 4-6 lately, but they're in a tough division, but they're a good club. But where would I put them? I think I'd put them here. Let's wait and see. Yeah, they're doing okay, but who knows how things will go. So the Diamondbacks can go there. Next up, the Dodgers. The Dodgers again, another club that is doing well, and we're expected to do well. They're 18-10 this year, 2nd place now, half a game behind the Giants in the National League West. But should they be up at the top? I I almost, yeah, they're either up here at the top or they're here. Like, yeah, this is where they should be. Or, we're of course they're here because we've spent a pile of money, or the team has spent a pile of money, so that's where they belong. But do they belong at the top? They've had some struggles recently. They've kind of righted the ship lately. They're 6-4 in their last 10. But I don't know. Do they belong on the top? I don't think I'm going to put them there. I think they belong here. Yeah, we're good. But we could probably be better, but we're comfortable for now. The next team, Los Angeles Angels. Well, the Angels started out well. They were in first place early on in the season, and now they are back where many thought they would end up, which was in 5th place in their division. They're below 500 again. They've lost their last 3. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I think they belong down here at the bottom where. Not this again. Another year of this. Well, that's and I wonder. I think they were expected to do maybe somewhat better, but maybe this is where they belong because we thought you were going to do better, but maybe you're not going to. Next up, the Athletics. Now I've said this before, and this is my team, but and it's hard for me to be objective with them, I guess. I I think am I disappointed? Well, they're at 500 right now, and so I have to temper my enthusiasm. I guess I felt that they were going to be better than that. So I would almost say that that would be, as one fan of the team, that yeah, I'd be a little disappointed. But you know what? 500's, that's not bad. They're young. It's early. We're certainly a long ways from the end. This is just, if this were a horse race, we'd be rounding the first turn. It's a long ways till the finish line. So I think I'm going to put them here. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're doing all right. But I wonder if they could do better. Next up, Tampa Bay Rays. Well, the Rays went into San Diego and swept the Padres, and decisively shut them out twice and beat them again today. Now they started slowly. They've won their last five, and to get them back to 500. So where do you put them? I guess everybody should be feeling good about them, considering their recent history. But yeah, let's put them here, along with the other. The two 500 teams are right here now. Yeah, they're doing okay, not bad. Next up, San Diego Padres. Well, except for this blip on their season, so for the last three games, they've been doing okay. Had they come out of this weekend in a better position and maybe won two of three from the Rays instead of losing them all, they would be maybe right up here with the Mets. But I think here's okay, and I think they're saying, yeah, everybody's going to lose some games now and again, and that's true. Just hopefully they can right their ship, at least for the Padres fans and the media. Yeah, they're doing okay. Next, back to this pile, Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are in second place in their division. They have had. I showed a video. Maybe it was the last video. They've been on. They've scored 24 runs, 14 runs, and another win. Both of those totals are in the top 10 this year in Major League Baseball, at least at that time. And they've also been shut out three times in a row. So up and down, but now they are sitting in second place in their division. They've won their last four. Now they were playing the Rockies. So, but I'd say, yeah, I'd put them here as well. Maybe there needs to be another one in here, but there isn't today. So, but yeah, they're doing okay. They're doing all right. There's no reason to be disappointed about their season, really, other than maybe more consistency. That might help. Next up, the Cardinals. The Cardinals are 12 and 16. Um, they have been they've been hitting the ball. I guess it's their pitching that's hurting them. But I'd say, well, thinking about as a former Cardinal fan, and I still follow them. I just there's some I just I don't know. There's just some things about the broadcast that I don't like. But I would think that most Cardinal fans are probably disappointed as to where they sit right now. So I'm going to put them here. Disappointed. I think they should be doing better than they are. You know, maybe instead of two games under 500, they should be, or sorry, four games under 500, they should be four games over. That's a Cardinal fan thinking that. I'm thinking. But yeah, 12 and 16. That's not great. Next up, the Braves. Now the Braves have finally gotten out of the basement. The Marlins have dropped into the basement. The Braves, of course, started at 0 and 8 this season, and now so since then they are 12 and 7 since that 0 and 8 start. So, I mean, I guess you can't. Braves fans would know they're not. They weren't. Oh, they're not an 0 and 8 team, and but now, yeah, 12 and 7, and they're still under 500. They've got a long ways to go, but I think I'd say, yeah, they're happy with the way the team's going so far this year. As long as it continues, this progression continues, and there's no reason to think that it won't. Next up, the Pirates. I'm kind of liking the Pirates lately, and I had hoped, along with Paul Skeens and the other pitchers, the starting rotation, that it was going to get better this year. I also thought that guys like O'Neill Cruz, the young guys, Brian Hayes, guys like that, everybody's going to be a year more experienced. I'm thinking they're going to get better. I'm thinking a 500 team at least, maybe push for a playoff if they get on a bit of a roll. So, but they're not. I'm saying this very disappointed, almost very disappointed, almost like what's going on here. But we'll leave them there for now, and maybe that's me because I kind of like them right now. So maybe I'm being a little overly optimistic. Next up, the Detroit Tigers. Well, they're right behind the Mets. I just want to check their record here. They are 18-10, second best record in the major leagues right now. I believe, yes, second best record in the major leagues, and third behind the Giants and the Mets. But considering where they've come from and the run they went on last year to make the playoffs, I got to think that they're right up here. I think the fans have got to be very happy with the way things are going. They started somewhat slowly, I think, and now they're getting better. So I think they belong up here, or at least the fans feel they belong up there, that they're going well and they will continue, and we'll have to see about that. Next, Miami Marlins. They are now tied with the Braves at 12-15 in the bottom of the National League East. Are they disappointing? I don't know. They came from a long ways down. Although I thought they would have a better team this year, getting Sandy Alcantara back, or Alcantara back. But yeah, are they disappointing? I think so. No, yeah, I think so. Somewhat disappointing this season. So we'll put them there with the Pirates and the Cardinals. Next, the Orioles. You know what? You know, all records aside, I would think that the Orioles are probably the most disappointed team this season. Better things were predicted. Yes, apparently there are some injuries. Colton Cowser, the Felix Bautista is finally coming around as far as their closer, but everybody has those problems. So I mean, that's part of the deal, avoiding injuries. So you can't say not this again because they've been doing well lately, but I think you can say what's going on here with them. What is going on there? It's not happening for them this year. Maybe they're just at that place in their, in their growth that maybe it's somewhat stagnated. Maybe there needs to be some changes. Maybe some players. Yeah, who knows what it could be? It could be anything. But yeah, what's going on here for them? The White Sox. Apparently, they were going to have a good starting staff this year, starting rotation. That's maybe that is working out, but they just can't catch the ball a lot of times. Silly mistakes offensively too. So yeah, more of the same. I'd say more of the same for them this year. I'm hoping that they have some growth later on in the season, get a little better, feel good about going into 2026, but that's a long ways away, isn't it? Next up, Seattle Mariners. Well, there's a team that are now sitting, I believe they are sitting in first place in the American League West at 16-12. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They weren't supposed to be able to hit. Lately, they have been, for the most part. I'd say that, where do we put them? I think their fans, they're getting more from the team than I think many of the fans expected this year. In that they didn't look for any hitters really, and it didn't look. I think there was a lot of disappointment that the team didn't go out and sign some big bats. But I'd say they're. I think they've got to be happy with their season so far. So I'd put them up there. They're not on the level with these guys, but they're. I think they're overachieving in many ways. Next up, Cleveland Guardians. Well, there's a that now here's a team that, to my way of thinking anyway, has had its ups and downs. They have struggled with finding somebody out of the bullpen to close games for them or to give them some good positive innings. And but they're in second place in their division at 15-12. They've lost their last two, but they're I listened to their game Saturday while I was out working, and there was Emmanuel Clase was had some shoulder stiffness, but he threw well. And now and his name escapes me. The guy that who was taking his place this week because Clase was they had effectively shut him down. Well, and he threw well too. So now they got two guys that could close. Is Clase there yet? Who knows? I mean, he's probably still dealing with a tender shoulder, but they've got two possible closers. And what do you do with that? I mean, Stephen Vogt, their manager, he'll figure it out. So where do they belong? Do they belong? I yeah, right here. You know, they probably want to be doing better, although people have said that they probably won't do as well this year. I thought they would. I think they're going to win their division again, but that remains to be seen. But we'll put them there in the middle. So who's next? The Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are sitting one game under 500. They have been up and down this season. I think they had a stretch where they won five. They have now they lost two of three. Did they lose two of three this weekend? To who were they playing this weekend? I can't even remember now. Well, the Cardinals. Yes, well, the Cardinals played them well. So um, I think the Brewers fans would be somewhat disappointed because I do think that many feel that they are going to be National League Central champions, but they're not looking at it like it right now. Very inconsistent. So yeah, disappointing for their team. Next up, the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, the Phillies won tonight against the Cubs in extra innings, playing a very good Cubs team. They took two of three from the Cubs. They're only two games over 500. They haven't been playing that well either. They're 4 games back, but that's back of the Mets, who have the best record in baseball. Where do I put them? Here, they're doing okay, but could be better. But they're not. We're not going to say anything yet. We'll be happy with where they are as long as they continue to improve. Next up, the Boston Red Sox. Here's a team that I thought was going to get a lot better this year, and they still might. They are sitting in second place behind the Yankees. I think they can catch the Yankees because I don't think the Yankees have pitching. But where do we put them on this board? Are they up here? I don't think so. They're not. They're not playing that well. They're again another inconsistent team. I'd put them here. I don't think they're disappointing. I think there's some issues right now with just personality issues that I think will get straightened out. I still think the Bregman, Devers, um, Cassis thing is still there, but I think things will get straightened out. How I don't know, but whatever needs to be done, hopefully will be done and things will get straightened away. Next up, Kansas City Royals, 1 game below 500. All I could say about Kansas City Royals is. What about that Bobby Witt Jr.? What a baseball player! What an amazing baseball player he is. I think they could do better. But I don't know that they're disappointing. Their play hasn't been improving. So I think they belong over here as well. I think that's where we're going to find. Well, obviously you can see the big spread there already, and I think that's going to continue. That's where most teams will be. Next, the Cubs. Well, I almost want to put the Cubs up here at the top. Do they belong at the top? They're close. They're close. I think, but I do think they've got their fans have to feel pretty good about where they sit right now. So I'd say right there is where they belong. They're you look at their record. They are 17-12. They're 5 games over 500. And against now, I guess this isn't a misprint. They are 17. They have every game they have played is. I guess it all changes when teams move up and become 500. They every game they have played has been against a team that is, I guess, now at 500. So they are 17-12. They haven't had an easy game yet this season, or an easy. You know what? Now that I think about that, that's the the Sacramento Athletics have moved up to 500, so that moved up the Cubs' record against plus 500 teams. So every game that they have played this season, all 29 games, have been played against teams that are presently above 500, and they're sitting in first place in their division. You got to be quite happy with that. I think they could be here. You know, had they swept the Phillies this weekend, they're at the top of the board, and maybe I should put them there now. But on to the next team, the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are a little below 500. They are 6-4 lately. They've they beat the Mets 2 out of 3 games this weekend. They're certainly not a disappointment. I thought they would be better this year, and they are. But I don't think they're up here. They're here as well. They're on this line. Hey, we're doing okay. We'll see how things go the rest of the way. Next up, the Houston Astros. The Astros are sitting at 1 game over 500. I certainly didn't expect them to be sitting there. With the losing Bregman and trading away Tucker, Kyle Tucker, I didn't think they would be. I thought they would challenge. I thought they were going to challenge the Angels for last place in the American League West. So, but I think you got to be happy with them. I don't think they're up here. They don't have a good enough record to be up here with these guys. But so we'll put them here as well. Next, 6 more to go, folks. Just about done. The Toronto Blue Jays. Living in Canada, we hear about Blue Jays, Blue Jays, Blue Jays, Blue Jays, Blue Jays, and how wonderful they are. And I don't get me wrong, I like the players on the Blue Jays. Just not a fan of management. I haven't been since they let Alex Anthopoulos go. So I sometimes delight in their in their poor play. They got swept in a doubleheader today. I think it's quite easy. This is very disappointing. They could almost be down here. What's going on? Or not again this year. We're gonna do this again. Another year where we're supposed to be great and we're not. So that's where they go. Next up, Minnesota Twins. They're another team that I think should be better. They are sitting at 12-16. I think they've got a better team. I almost think that Rocco Baldelli will be the first manager to be let go. What do I know? I don't know anything. That's why I'm sitting here. But I very disappointing. Very disappointing. I think with the team they've got. They are disappointing. Next, Texas Rangers. The Rangers have slipped a little bit lately. Um, they're not. I don't think they're disappointing. Yeah. They're. So let's put them here as well. I think they belong here. Let's see what happens. You're doing okay, but you were in first place and now you're not. And now you're sitting. Let's just see how things go. The rest, again, a long season. See where you are near the end. The New York Yankees are next. Well, the Yankees have to be happy. They're they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe the sixth best record in baseball. And getting it done 17-11 without any real pitching. I think anyway. Um, yeah, I want to put them right here with these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a little. I should draw something on there, but I won't. We'll just put it right here. This line goes there. Yeah, let's just see how things go the rest of the way before we get too excited about the Yankees. Next up, the Colorado Rockies. Well, again, that's an easy one as well. Unfortunately, they are struggling in every which way, and I'm not they're throwing the ball around. They're dropping the ball. They're not getting hits when they should. They're making mistakes on the base paths. They're just a young team looking to get better because they've been there for a while. Not this again. More of the same. Yeah, that's again like these two. Actually, all three of these teams, I expect them, the Angels, the Sox, and the Rockies, to be better at the end of the season, to get better as they mature. Now the last one, San Francisco Giants. Well, what can you say about the Giants? They 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 are leading the National League West by half a game over the Dodgers. They've got the Giants, the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks, all well above 500. Or well, the Diamondbacks are 2 games above 500, and the Giants are leading the pack. And who would have seen that? I think many probably thought they would finish fourth this season, but there they are in first place. And so I think they belong right up here at the top. So there you go. There you go. As predictable, a whole raft of teams in here. Some disappointments, some concerns, some fans that have to be very happy with the way their clubs are going, and some other teams, yeah, that's where we belong, and we better not slip. The Mariners, there should be something in here or here for them, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, there it is. So let me know your thoughts on all of this. Do you think I've made a mistake with your team? Do you think or do you think I maybe am giving them too much credit? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you would, I'd like you to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate your support. I will talk to you again soon.